right, welcome everyone to the Wednesday afternoon Advocate News meeting. I'm editor and publisher Chris Cobbler. With me as always to my left.
I'm Becky Cooper, managing editor.
And to my far left.
Tony Belander and city editor.
And behind the camera.
Thomas Martinez, digital editor.
So let us all know what you think of the stories we're working on, any suggestions you have for stories we should be working on. That's why we come on every weekday to hear from you, our legions of viewers. We've shifted a little bit around the conference room. Hopefully the nice light from the window downtown is good. I'll pull up our
The librarian in the background.
video so I can see you. And there we all are. And I'll type in hello, you type in hello, and that's how the game is played. If we don't pick up on your comment immediately, we'll look at the video afterwards and respond to any comments we miss. But Ash just joined us. How are you? Thanks. We'll start to get everybody warmed up before we start the news with an interesting trivia question. Amazing trivia. Who invented the swivel chair? Who invented the swivel chair? You don't know?
Mr. Swivel.
Mr. Swivel. That's a good guess. I
John
like that.
Bassett.
That's a good guess too, but no, it's
3M.
it's a famous person. Not just an
Thomas
obscure.
Edison.
That's a good guess.
Who?
That's a famous person.
Thomas Edison.
Oh.
What
Swivel
century?
chair? Thomas Jefferson.
I'm not going to give any more. What?
Thomas Jefferson?
Wait a minute. How'd you get that? Well, I'm going to say I was going to let people vote, but but Thomas Jefferson, the third U.S. president, was quite the inventor.
How'd you know that?
His other creations.
My
Well,
guess
you know-
spurred him on.
Well, when he said Thomas Edison, I remember, I think he innovated too the,
Oh, Ash guessed it already too. Nice done, Ash guessed.
it was, I think he innovated even the
Good job.
fold down flap in front of you.
Yeah.
Because in the musical 1776, there's a scene where he's in a swivel chair and he's arguing with John Adams and Ben Franklin because he's taking so long writing the Declaration, and he just talks around, you
Takes
know.
too long to write the Declaration of Independence. What's sort of important?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, because Adams says, "You mean you're not done?" He said, "No, I haven't begun."
Yeah.
But anyway,
So he was a
But
procrastinator.
the rest of the answer is Thomas Jefferson was quite the inventor. His other creations include the iron plow, a macaroni machine, which is a pasta making device, and the polygraph.
Polygraph.
I wouldn't credit him for that.
I quoted Thomas Jefferson during my speech to Rotary yesterday.
Oh, did you? The
I said,
newspapers?
were it left to me to choose a government without a free press or free press without a
Newspapers.
government, or newspapers, yeah, that's right. I would not hesitate to choose the latter, meaning the importance of a newspaper is so important to him that it's more important than the government. I think that's worth.
And I bet
Everybody-
none of them had ever heard that quote, huh?
Yeah,
I don't know if they
mine.
had, but I was just emphasizing the importance of what a newspaper does. And the Rotarians they're a great audience. They're always a good audience. They're good newspaper readers and have good questions.
I'm a two-time Paul Harris fellow. Did you know that?
I did not know that. I did not know
About
that.
$100 shy of being a three-time Paul Harris fellow.
That's another trivia question. No extra charge. All right. Well, nice guess, Ash, on Thomas Jefferson. I'm impressed. One of my favorite founding fathers. Married Cantu Patterson just joined us. Thanks for joining us. Well, let's get to the news now. We have a story that John Wilcox is out on interviewing right now with Evan, our photographer, about the Peeler family and their dispute with the San Miguel power plant up near San Antonio over environmental concerns and a fight over eminent domain and property rights. So it should be a really interesting story.
And the reason it's interesting to us is because STEC, South Texas Electric Co-op, owns the power plant,
Yeah,
and the
Cold
Peeler
War
family has connections to here.
to this area too. Sadie, how are you, Sadie? Just
I
joining
met
us.
Sadie from downstairs yesterday.
Yeah.
So.
Her last name's not Hawkins.
No.
Little Abner. Sadie Hawkins Day.
And then we have a story on Formosa. Has been fined more than $100,000 for those plastic pellets that polluted the bay down there. So interesting, $100,000 settlement fine. And
Kind of dropping a bucket, ain't it?
But don't they have an appeal period?
I imagine they do. But Maureen will have all the deal on that. Mary says thank you. First time watching. All right, nice.
Cool.
Appreciate you joining in. So if you have any questions about any stories, let us know, or any suggestions for any stories, let us know. That's why we come on here. So appreciate you tuning in. We have a story by Laura Garcia, our features editor, on Neil McCoy. He's performing with the symphony on January 26th.
I have tickets already. I have season tickets.
Yeah, good for you.
Mhm.
Well,
You think Neil McCoy is?
No.
he's the real McCoy.
Yeah, it was he.
Okay.
But they're also playing other classical music, so.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll enjoy Neil McCoy because the symphony always chooses good people to entertain
Right.
Victorians.
You're quite the symphony fan.
Mm-hmm.
That symphony plug brought to you, no extra charge for the Victoria Symphony. I think it's a great thing. that
And they're in
Victoria
their
has a symphony.
45th season.
45th season, wow. The Bach Festival's in like its 42nd or 3rd, something like that. Yeah. So that was a big decade, symphony and the Bach Festival in the same year. I think they're both.
1970s.
Yeah, the '70s still my favorite musical decade.
Yeah.
No? Come on.
Yeah,
Hey.
same here. I have mine.
I like the
I have
80s.
70s on 7
Be like the 80s.
stuck on that. And I have 80s on 8 too.
I was just listening to Blue
You have the
Suede
60s on 6,
Yeah.
on the way here.
the 50s on 5.
Sometimes,
Yeah, that's what it
sometimes, yeah. And then,
I like
yes, the
mixing it all up.
90s on 9.
I don't go past 8.
I don't listen to
I don't
that.
go past 8.
But you know, there's classic
Rewind?
Rewind, that's the 7,
That's a mixture of.
that's the 80s and 90s, I think. Then there's the next channel over, 26 is classic vinyl. That's the 60s.
One of
and
my
70s.
favorite channels is actually 30, the Bruce Springsteen E Street Band channel.
Yeah, they brought that back for some reason.
Oh, it's been around forever. It's never gone anywhere. It's never gone anywhere.
Bruce Springsteen. No,
Yeah.
30 right now is
Oh,
Billy Joel.
Oh, yeah, there was, okay. I got the number wrong, but there's a Springsteen
Yeah,
channel.
there is.
And there's the Beatles channel, which is awesome.
And then there's Sinatra.
And there's Grateful Dead, and there's
There's Nirvana channel.
All Nirvana? No, there's not.
30.
Called Lithium.
Yeah, there's
It's
Well, yeah, it's not, that's
from,
not all Nirvana.
from Nirvana.
Channel
but
30.
It's not all
All
Nirvana.
right.
Channel 32 is the
Channel
bridge.
two.
He wasn't alive long enough to have a whole channel. I mean, how much music was there? A couple albums?
Channel
Got a
30,
lot.
32 is the
Lot.
bridge, and that's
Bridge is
like
pretty good.
soft
Yeah.
rock, but very.
But we shouldn't be promoting those guys. I have a question about the Formosa Pine.
Yes, and Janie just joined us. Hey, Janie Alvarez, how are
Do you think the big plants like that actually budget
For
in their-
fines?
for fines in their yearly budget?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Or they're
Are they
insured.
constantly doing
Legals.
business? They have insurance. I mean, just like we have libel insurance, I suppose.
Yeah.
They have some. I'm actually on the. We haven't had a meeting lately, but it's coming up soon. The Formosa Community Advisory Board. So
Are you on
I'll ask them
that?
that question. Yeah, I
Oh,
just
wow.
got on it this year. So.
Is this their
Been there a
first
couple
year?
No, they had it before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Dan and John have both served.
I'm gonna go on I've toured part of the plant. It's huge.
Mhm.
And
Oh, wow.
tour the other part next time I go down.
Hundreds of acres.
It is huge. It's its own city there. It got its own fire department, own everything.
Old Manacle. Have you been on the new part that they're expanding?
Yeah, but I mean, you're just driving around it. I have not walked through it. It is so big. Yeah. But, yeah. So
You
anyway.
get in your steps for the day if you count steps if you want.
I'm trying to walk all through that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. Where are we now? There was a fire this morning that
Yeah,
John
it's
got.
not on
Was
here either.
that the truck fire or is that something else?
There
yeah,
was a
that's
fire,
the truck fire.
yeah.
Yeah, on A3.
Okay.
Out near US 59, right? And apparently several trucks, as they were getting fuel, caught fire this morning.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if we got a photo out of that or not. John was checking on that. I think he was trying to get Evan out there, so we should double check on that. Then we got a news release from Lyndall Bassel that they're trying to they form this alliance to end plastic waste. So obviously that's interesting announcement from a plastic company, but maybe that means they're promoting recycling more, I would say, but we'll get the details on that. Then we're checking on a wreck out in Wharton on 59. I don't know what you've heard on that. Becky, anything more? We're just checking on the details of it.
Can you back up a second? What was it? The truck's on fire. Is John still handling that?
He
It's
already wrote it.
posted.
It's posted.
Oh,
It's
okay.
online right now. If you go to
Okay.
victoriaadvocate.com, you can read all about that. And
A reader saw it this morning and sent us a note.
yeah, we appreciate the readers alerted us to. Actually, they heard it this morning. Made some sort of loud noise about 5:30 this morning, and then sent us a note. Couple of news briefs out there, including the DaCosta Hall Raisers. The Hall Raisers are having country and western dance Saturday out in DaCosta. You ever been to DaCosta, Tony? Just a wide spot in the road down south a bit.
I've probably been through it. It's 15, where is this at? 77?
87.
87 down toward
Anyway,
Portalaca.
Portalaca.
Yeah.
Wide spot, go over overpass, you miss it.
Oh, no, what's that? No, I probably missed it.
You've gone down to Portalaca, you've been through.
I mean, I've been
You've been
through
by-
Placido.
It's
Yeah.
no positive.
Yeah, then I've gone through it.
Then, of course, we got our Get Out Entertainment section tomorrow, ever popular, with a cool package put together on Addams Family, which is the VSD combined musical, East and West High School students.
That's this weekend, yeah.
Yeah, this weekend. And I saw Nicole design it. It looked very nice.
Good.
Very nice.
I hope she
That's
used
our-
my headline. I said, BISD students reincarnate the Addams Family.
Reincarnate.
Hmm.
A little wordy. But okay,
Well, reincarnate is the key.
you could do reincarnation, I guess, is the headline. You need a big punchy grammar.
Mm.
But all those kids probably don't even know the Addams Family TV show at all.
This is what I was talking about. They know the movies, but they don't know the black and white.
They probably don't even know the movies, really.
Probably not. That's way
Let's
too
hope-
far back.
Let's hope that the teacher or whoever the adult in charge of them is made them watch some of this so they knew what they were playing off of.
Because you need a full appreciation of that. I don't know.
I can't imagine modern kids watching that going,
What? No, I don't think they'd be inspired by it.
Especially whoever plays hand, you know.
But that's our poll question of the day. Who's your favorite Addams Family character? Yeah, I could do that job. That'd be my role in
Yeah.
theater. Yeah, I was never in high school theater.
I wouldn't either.
I was not nearly brave enough for that, but I could do the hand. All right.
Yeah, it's like I think for students it's $8 and it's like 12 and 15. I'm thinking about going to see that because if apparently a lot of the talent in this show has been on previous Victoria Theater shows.
Now, there's a lot of talent in the school district.
Yeah,
I'm
there
sure it's a
is.
good, especially combined East-West. I bet it's a nice production.
There's that one actor, I don't think we ever wrote about him from East. No, from West. He was really good. He played the Artful Dodger in Oliver, and that choreography was awesome, I thought. But anyway,
All right. That's in the entertainment section tomorrow. Also, Advance on Main Street Theater. They've got a play in Portalaca. Is that right? No. Hallettsville? Where are we?
Grand Theater Shogun.
Oh, Yoakum. Okay, there you go. Then
You're all around it.
I'm all around it. Yeah. Then Rio Zoo movies this weekend. I don't know what that is, but we'll figure it out. And coming up, there's Victoria College is having a dinner and murder mystery theater.
That'd be fun.
That is Paula's got his tickets. We're going to that one.
He's that excited.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it is fun.
tell where the audience actually is involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those.
So you have to.
Is it a dinner party?
Yeah.
Oh, so you go around in groups, right?
No, you're sitting there, and somehow it's all interacting around you. I think I haven't gone to it yet, but it's a dinner theater. But you're part of the action in some way, or it's around you in some way. I'll let you know.
There's two ways. You can either be part of it. You know, you can be one of you. You can be the killer or be the victim or whatever. Or there's where the audience has to keep track of all the clues and you guess at the end who the killer is.
Yeah.
Kind of like Clue, the game. So there's two ways to do it.
I always thought it was Colonel Mustard with a lead pipe in the library. I just guessed that right off the bat. All right, forget it.
One time I was playing the game. I was playing the game, and I would say, I couldn't prove you wrong. I forgot I had a card, and that throws everybody off.
So you messed up the whole game.
I messed up the whole game.
The power of imagination.
And of course, I won because I knew this card.
Something nobody else knew.
Yeah.
The Power of Imagination, I always liked Clue as just a board game, but somehow when I was a little kid, I thought, oh, it's so exciting because you could go through the secret passageway to the other room. I was like, oh, that's so cool. You just imagine going through the secret passage. I was easily amused. Now, kids today, it's not a video game, they wouldn't get excited about
They
it.
also ruined it when they made the movie too.
I didn't watch
Oh
it.
yeah, that was awful.
I didn't watch it.
It was so annoying at the end.
Yeah.
And we've got JR's Gamer column, ever popular. I'm not sure what movie Joe Fryer's reviewing this week. I hadn't heard about it. Joe Fryer's reviews are always good.
We are using the Queen of Scots, I think.
Oh, this Queen of Scots? Alright, that sounds good. What happened to my comments there?
I
Okay.
think that's what Meredith said.
That's a movie I'd definitely like to see with the Irish actress, what's her name? That's been nominated. And
Both those
Emma Stone.
actresses. No, it's the other.
The Favorite. That
oh,
was
that's the
another
favorite. No, Queen of Scots is a different one. That's
Right.
There are
what's her
two
name?
Oscar-nominated actresses in that
Queen
one.
of Scott is Margie Robbie.
Margie Robbie and
Yeah.
I forget the other one, but she was nominated.
It won't come. Either one won't come here. Maybe when the Oscar, when the Oscar picks come out, nominations.
This month, isn't it?
Yes, they
Still
do.
in a couple
They have to
weeks.
come out soon because then sometimes when they're nominated, Cinemark will bring a couple of those Best Picture for a week. So I have to wait.
I hope
for that.
because neither the Queen of Scots or The Favorite have come here.
Right.
But they're both in Sugarland.
Yeah, gotta drive to Sugarland and see a good movie, I guess. I don't want to do that.
And you also go shopping, eat in
Oh.
great restaurants, and
Oh, just
Yeah.
spend your dollars here in Victoria, Becky.
yeah, but then you don't see the movies you want to see.
I'll wait to rent them, I guess. What they need is they need to get those movies out on streaming sooner. That's what I'd say. But, 'cause then
For
you can-
those, well, I'll tell you about that after we get up there.
All right, well then, out and about, Tony's got his popular spotted photos today,
Not me.
tomorrow.
Not Tony.
Tony Vasquez. Then sports, we've got an area swim and dive meet practice shot, I believe, preview. I think the meet is tomorrow and Saturday, I believe. And what other? Any other big sports?
Thursday, Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday. Any other big sports news, Tom, out in the world that we should?
Nah,
Talk
I don't think there's anything huge.
Anything changed in the NFL playoffs? Of course, Cowboys and Texans fans are no longer too interested, I guess. But
So there's 4 teams in the hunt still, right?
yes, the Rams and the Saints. So there are a lot of Saints fans around here.
Rams and Saints.
Rams and Saints, and then
In New Orleans.
New England at Kansas City. So rooting for the Chiefs there. I don't know, the State Digest pulled up.
That's a really hard game for me to get into because I don't like New England. And
You know, I can't
Broncos fans are
trained and all I can't.
trained and grown up not to like Kansas City or Oakland. So
I never
who
really
suffered?
understood. I get the rivalry with Oakland, but actually, other than you're in the conference with the Chiefs, I mean, the Broncos have beaten the Chiefs for many, many years. You ought to like that rivalry because it's been in Denver's favor for so long until recently.
It's just bred into us as a grown up as a Broncos fan.
So who are you going to root for?
I'm not even gonna watch the game.
Yeah, it's sort of like for me.
Oh, Pouty, are we?
Pouty. Not only the Kansas State rivalry. Kansas State's not challenged us in basketball in so long that it's not a prime game for me. I don't get too worked up about it. I don't like it to lose to them by any means. I don't like to lose to anybody, but it's not the game that you go, oh, we gotta win this game. Kansas State it is. If they beat Kansas, it's like their season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll have a parade. People will be arrested. Aggieville will be raided.
When Kansas loses, I notice, because it's not very often they lose. It's like the other team, if they're at home, they storm the court and all that stuff. Like, have you never won a game before? You got to storm the court. It's so embarrassing for them.
The
It's a big
Denver
thing.
KC Oakland deal goes back to the AFL days.
Yeah,
And
that's way
they're,
back.
They're
Yeah.
all original teams for the AFA as well.
Yeah, that's back in the AFL days. You were like 30 then in the AFL days.
Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
actually.
the Broncos had their vertical striped socks.
That's an ugly uniform. Yellow and brown was once their color.
Yeah.
Who's
No wonder.
Broncos?
Yeah.
Oh,
Then they add orange and blue to it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's check here on the State Digest real
Somebody
quick.
says Chiefs, Chiefs, Chiefs.
Oh, big Chiefs fan there.
Ooh.
All right. Oh, who said that? Oh, Louis said that. Is that Louis?
is that what's his last name?
Avalos?
Avalos? Yeah, that's him.
All right. Chiefs. All right. Where's Louis from?
He is from Denver.
Is he a
Your
Chiefs
friend,
fan?
Louis? That's your friend, Louis?
Why are
Yeah,
you a
that's
Chiefs
right.
fan then? I don't understand that.
Yeah, Louis, explain yourself.
Yeah.
Could maybe he hates New England even more. I think I saw that graphic that they posted right after the championship games where it was a map of the U.S. and which state was rooting for which team, and the whole country except for New England was Chiefs.
the whole country.
It was fun.
Yeah,
I don't know how true that
the
is.
Patriots
but,
are, everyone's sick of them.
Yeah.
Anyway. On the State Digest, there's a story out of Kenya that a man who grew up in Texas was among the 14 people killed in a terrorist attack in Kenya.
oh no.
That's sad. So this young man, Joseph Spindler, grew up in Houston, graduated from UT, and had a successful career on Wall Street when he decided to develop a model for helping low-income people. Wow. So he entered the Peace Corps and lived in Peru, where he developed sustainable business models for rural residents. Wow. So it sounds like he would have turned 41 next week. That's a
It was
sad
after
story.
he was there helping people.
Helping people and gets killed in a terrorist attack. That's sad. We should run that story. And then, let's see, I'm looking for anything else of significance. A warrant issued for a former Dallas area priest accused of molesting teenagers more than a decade ago after a new alleged victim came forward. Let's see. I think that's it. In sports, we got with trade rumors swirling around Dennis Smith Jr., the second-year Mavericks guard could miss his fourth straight game. This time because of an illness, instead of a back issue. When the Mavericks host the Spurs at tonight at 7:30. Mavericks Spurs. A lot of Spurs fans there. Well, that Mavericks European player, he's good. What's his name?
Joy Cook,
Yeah,
something like that.
something. He's pretty good. I was watching some highlights. I'm not a regular NBA fan, but where's this guy? He just came from Europe and is young and is a star in the NBA already.
Show you how much I keep up with basketball. I was watching San Antonio News over the weekend, and they had an interview with Tony Parker, who I thought retired, but actually he's still playing off somewhere else. And he was back
Oh,
in
yeah.
San Antonio to
Yeah,
play.
had a warm ovation in San Antonio
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
back playing for whoever he's playing for.
Yeah, it's like I thought you retired a long time ago.
Charlotte, is that where he is? Yeah. Yeah, he's not married to Eva Longoria anymore.
No.
though.
And right after that report, there was a commercial with her on it.
Alright.
So I was like,
That's funny.
that was planned.
All right. Well, we should wrap it up. Anybody other comments besides the Chiefs? Well, if you have any news tips, news questions, news suggestions, just give us a call here in the newsroom at 574-1222. Peace out.